Jim, it looked like two different games there over the last couple of innings. The Orioles obviously faltered. How about the bullpen right now, the status that it's in?
Well, again, as Rick said, Klein was magnificent. Threw about as good as sliders as you could throw. I think you get a message right there, what it needs or what you need to do to get the Colorado ball clubs out, or whether it's the Yankees or whatever. Quality of the pitch, I think everybody's aware of that. Klein did it. The rest of the pitching staff. You could see Sean Armstrong's actually been pretty good for the Orioles. Underneath the first two pitches, I hate to call home runs for the opposition. I didn't know he's going to hit a home run, but I knew the ball was going to be hit hard. And again, Story hits a 2-run home run, then he hangs a fastball. That's hard to do, but when you're tired and maybe you don't have the arm strength, he hits a home run to tie the ball game up. And then, Story actually had a pretty good pitch off of Gibbons, but you get an idea why he's the fastest of any major league shortstop to get to 100 runs and now 101 home runs, at age 26 in his first 4 years, even better than A-Rod.
Jimmy, early on in these ball games, the Orioles have been swinging the bats pretty darn good the last couple of games, but it seems like those innings come in the middle where you can almost predict that they don't have that energy level, they're not taking good swings at the pitches, and that they're just going to kind of fade out of the ball game. That's exactly what happened tonight, with the exception of the Nunez home run.
Yeah, I think also the fact that, if you come into the series, the collective earned run average, for the Rockies in this ballpark is almost 6.5 runs a game. So, but the bullpen on the year is about 2 runs better than the Orioles, and you saw that tonight. They came in. Nunez hit the home run, the hanging slider off of Diaz, his second inning. But then again, their bullpens, and we saw Shaw when he was pitching with Cleveland, very good pitcher. Again, they got some key outs, so they're a little bit better at the back end of the bullpen. And we all know if you have a veteran bullpen, we saw it with the Orioles when the Orioles broke the 14-game losing streak. You're going to win games that sometimes you lose if you don't have the type of bullpen. So it's a matter, Klein's, you're looking for young guys to step up. He has done it. He looks like he's a lot better. But again, I think what happens is John Means had a chance to win a 6th game today, guys, but he got to 100 pitches in 5th inning. Didn't have great command, got some key outs, but the 100 pitches got him out of the game. And like I said early in the game, that's what Colorado wanted. They wanted to get to the Oriole bullpen. They were able to do it and come back and win this game, with 4 home runs. And that's kind of a recurring theme, isn't it, that the other team hits 3, 4, 5 home runs a game against the Orioles.
Jim, let me follow up on what you said about John Means for a second. Now, obviously, the Orioles pitchers don't go and hit during most ball games. And obviously, in this interleague, it's a little bit different. But in that one inning, he wound up on third base. He was, caught in a rundown. And then the next half inning, he pitches and he gives up 3 hits and 2 runs. How much of that being on the bases and being a hitter in the game may have affected him just from that standpoint?
Well, it's also at, this is a Mile High City at over, 5,280 feet. That's what Denver's. So you not only did you get on, you had to run from first to third, then you had to get caught at least briefly in a rundown. So, and again, what did he do? The next inning, leadoff walk. He usually doesn't. That's one thing that John Means does. Usually throws strike, only his 2nd walk of the game. But leadoff inning, they get 2 runs. They get back into the game, which again makes it more difficult for the bullpen to hold the lead when he leaves after 5 innings. But again, he didn't have his best command. But you know what? He's a young pitcher. He had 20 starts last year at AAA. He's had 9 or 10 in the big leagues. Again, he's done very well for the limited amount of experience. But again, I think you're going to see a guy maybe work a little bit more on his fastball command. He's got a great changeup. Tonight he didn't have his great fastball, so the pitch count got up, and the Rockies took advantage of it.
Well, Jim, as always, we appreciate your comments. Look forward to chatting with you tomorrow night when the Orioles play the Rockies again, starting at 9 o'clock with pregame coverage at 8:30. That's Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer.